SUV BMW? What you talking about? Anyway.
I've just bought myself a Lamborghini Revuelto.
That's
one
crazy.
of the newest Lamborghini.
And somebody moshed it up already?
Small issue. The Revuelto, named after a Spanish fire symbol, which also
there's another donut with a hole.
Scrambled.
I'm not eating the rest of these, bro.
What this car is.
Hopefully I don't get
I'm
sick.
not sure that's what Lamborghini had in mind on my Revuelto.
Damn, he got the black one too. That's your heart.
Due to the 6.5 litre V12 and then the 3 electric motors, which boost the car up to 1,000 horsepower.
Wow.
But as I know, cars with this much power can come with big consequences.
God. Oh my God. There's pieces missing.
Inside. This is it. This has never been attempted before, and this is the
Yeah, you have to be the first one.
crash damage Lamborghini Revuelto. There was
Really? The first one?
one in Romania, but this one was definitely crashed before then, and we've had to sit on it and wait until we're in our new space to show it to
So
you
he
guys.
had it all this time.
I don't
This
even
dude
know
is a
where to start
beast.
with this thing, but I think we should explain the damage, and then I think I then can explain how this ended up in this state. Now, I believe this Lamborghini is the first Lamborghini to use a complete carbon fiber monocoque, which of course makes it lighter, more rigid, but more expensive to replace if it's damaged.
Damn, that's a
Carbon
fact.
fibre bonnet.
Damn.
In here, this car is literally brand new. Like, I think it's done a couple hundred miles, but I'm gonna have to check. Full car cover that you get brand
The Charger. It's a plug-in hybrid, right? Yeah, the Charger.
new. And that is the charging
What kind of Charger is that?
pack. Oh, here is the charging thing.
Damn. Damage too.
Along with a lot of the front left suspension,
God,
the wheel.
what is
and
that?
Most of the other stuff that was here. But luckily, the carbon fiber chassis leg looks alright. Doors go up on a Revuelto.
Ooh.
Full red interior.
Damn, and it's
with
right-hand drive.
A few airbags deployed. Shit.
I want to. Yo, this is crazy.
They're still on.
Leave them on until you're done.
So all the stickers are on. It smells new. Got the key. We've got 2 keys.
Wow,
Oh, it
bro.
smells like a brand new car.
Hey,
still
Trop.
in here. But all the airbags are gone, apart from the passenger side airbag, which is good because it hasn't then hit into the screen and broke the screen. This wheel
I'm looking at something. Hold on, chat.
perished.
Damn.
Rear wheel steer, but not like that. So this is all carbon fiber panels, so see how flimsy they are. All of
Damn.
is absolutely terrible. You get the idea. It's not in the best shape. So, I've got a lot to do. I don't know, what do we do first?
Well, because it's got.
Yeah,
an
where do you
electric
even
system,
start?
Haven't we got to turn that off? Because isn't this like extremely is it just like a live battery right now?
Yeah, so that, how many volts is in the electric system? It's like 240 or something.
Yeah, I think it's literally something ridiculous.
It's actually 400 volts in this battery.
How many volts does it take to burn it? Never mind.
Battery on it. I worked on an electric car before. Well, with hybrid.
Oh.
Thing we want is something to short out, and especially with everything being ripped off there. It's not the case of getting a 12 volt shot. This is a case of perishing. If you touch this battery and it's not right, we've had it. But then at the same time, we need to know whether it starts.
So if you use an anti-static grab like for a PC, you good, right? I think I'm joking, but I'm kind of not. Are there like anti-shock gloves that you can wear so that if you touch it, you don't, you know? No?
So it's a tricky situation. I want to make sure the car actually starts before we begin repairing it. But at the same time, I don't want to get a shock.
We're literally walking into unknown waters.
But like,
Should we see if there's any power in the car first?
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, let's see if there's any power in the car. But it was completely dead. It's completely dead. I just
So
wanted to check the back of the car to make sure that there was no visual damage to the electric motors there. £600,000.
and it still has a,
And it's got a Honda bonnet holder.
is that real?
Look at that.
Can you option a like
Under here,
gas?
It looked actually okay. Nothing I could see on the
Struts.
engine was visually damaged. Oh my god, we literally have no idea what we're doing.
Oh my God, guys.
See on the
Twin turbo. I'm sorry.
engine was visually damaged. Oh my god, we literally
Sorry,
have no
I'm sorry.
idea what
It's a
we're
joke. Relax.
doing. Like literally nothing. Like
This is a big challenge for us.
yeah. So the hybrid system, I think it's got like regenerative braking, and then it's got like, you can drive it electrically alone. You can then have like electric assistance.
They're not actually turbos,
I don't know
no.
if it uses the electric motor to start up the car. I know in reverse it's fully electric. It doesn't have a reverse gear. The reverse is the electric motors driving it backwards. So I'm still kind of torn between trying to isolate the battery so we don't get a shock, or attempting to start the thing to make sure everything actually works. I'm gonna have to put power to it. We're gonna have to commit to it. Because if we start taking it apart and start fixing a car before we know what's broken, like, it's obvious that some body panel's broken, but then if we start fixing this car or taking it off or start ordering parts and like we find out that the battery on this is absolutely toasted, it's not worth repairing. Like, do you know, like, if the hybrid battery is gone, we don't. But like, how are we gonna know unless we put power to it?
We know nothing.
This is a catch-22.
I'm gonna put power to it. It feels like the right thing to do. Like
Cool, can you buy it from me? Of course, I got you.
Starting it.
Okay.
This is the first Revuelto. That's what he said.
Caution.
Yeah, see, I told you. Rubber.
Going to be the brave one.
Yeah, right. Just put on rubber. So if I just put condoms on my hands, I'll be all right, right? Like I could just. I tried to stay perfectly still, so you thought that it froze and you left the stream, but yeah,
12 volt to the.
I've not got long to
Do you want it? It's only 12 volts, yeah, connected to a 600 million volt car.
12 volts ain't gonna be.
why he touching it and he don't got the.
Whoa.
That shit about to blow up. Run! Oh, he ran. He took my joke. He took my joke.
Yeah.
Nah, see, no, he took my joke. I don't even want to finish this video because he just. I'm just playing.
Oh, it worked.
This is so sick, bro. Just doing shit like this.
Car.
Can't fool us. You don't have Gabe's internet. That's crazy.
You can touch the car.
Oh yeah, the dash is on.
Dash is on. Have a
It's
look.
actually done
Try to start it.
656 miles.
1,000.
1,600 miles.
You've gone
That's
far in
tough.
it, though.
I
I think it'll start.
would be sick.
We can try it.
I just copped the Revuelto. Oh.
Usually, when an airbag's deploy after an accident, the pyrofuse will stop you from
The
starting
pyrofuse.
car.
I learned that from him
Give it a
and the
go.
GT3
It's in
series, I
neutral.
think.
Oh, that's park. But I've never had a pyrofuse go on a Lamborghini. Press it
Lamborghini.
even when it has been an accident. They've always started up. But on this one, okay, I can get neutral and everything, but it won't start. Maybe the pyrofuse has gone.
Do you know when you start these cars, I think they do.
And the pyrofuse is always in some weird ass spot.
And then when you start moving, that's when it initiates the engine.
Oh.
And we've just.
Saying that, I think I also remember that you can start it in sport mode, which stops the electric.
Are you mocking me or did you say the same shit as
You have
me?
to be extra safe in an accident, especially with that high voltage battery. Right, that's Corsa.
Battery.
Will it start off just in Corsa? And that probably explains the reason. No. What do you reckon? Why it won't start? We're gonna look for the pyrofuse, because I would feel a lot better.
Yo, accents are so interesting, bro, because we're born on different sides of the planet or whatever, and we just talk completely different because of that. Like, somebody over there was like, yo, bro, this is where we talk over here, cuz. And then everybody was like, yeah, you're right, cuz. This is how we talk. And then everybody just started talking that way. Right? Is that how that works? All right, cool. Whatever.
If this car did start,
I'm not making fun of his
before we worked
accent.
on
I think
it,
it's
but if it
cool.
doesn't,
Because he has like
we
a,
have to
I don't know
do
where
one
he's
of
from.
them
He has
cars
a
that commit to
different,
working on and try and find out
like,
whether it starts
battery.
at the end.
Like when he
That's
says it
what I
like
wanna
that.
do.
That's, look at that
Usually,
big ass.
The pyrofuse is located just after the battery or pretty close to it, and it only cuts power going to the starter motor on the car. You'll still get all the electrics working.
Now, that
inside,
hood's still good,
just like
right?
we had a minute ago. But when
Just
you press
kidding.
the start button, there's no power able to go to the starter motor. So now we're just stripping off the front of the car, and then we're going to take out the
I like watching these videos
storage
because I learn
door,
about
and
like
hopefully
mechanic shit
we'll find
too.
a 12 volt battery
And like high,
underneath everything. And
God,
that
what the
should
fuck
lead
is
us to the
that?
pyrofuse.
A distributor with a goddamn. There's mad shit here. I don't know what that is.
What fluid's in that?
Whatever it is, it's not got any in.
No.
This looks like a whole cooling system for the battery, look. Water pump, cooling system, and worrying there's no water in it, or whatever's meant to be in there. TVAI, which is actually a type of oil, which provides good dielectric strength. Oil? In a battery? I thought that's what the whole
Oil
idea was
in
to
the
get rid
battery. What did he say? I missed the joke.
The idea was to get in a battery. I thought that's what the whole idea was to get rid of.
Facts. He got a point.
No luck there then. Next thing I tried was plugging in my diagnostic tool to see if that would tell me the reason this car won't start. But my tool wouldn't read it.
Dips.
Yo,
Do you think you can get this
Yo.
started?
I'm really not sure, to be honest.
So we got Dips down here to plug in his diagnostic tool to see
That's
if
a
that
cool
would
ass
read the car.
nickname. My name's
No luck.
Dips because I go to the gym and
we're
all I
seeing
do is dips. So you gonna see my triceps, and they call me Dips.
This more
And they call me Dips because I be dipping in the beach. Sorry.
more over and over again. The newer the cars get, the least thing they want is DIYs working on the car. And this is another perfect example. We cannot even talk to the car unless we have an Otis. And Otis, you can't even buy public, can you?
So you can get Otis for VAG, so VW Audi Seat Skoda.
Yeah.
But for Otis for Lamborghini, it's locked down a lot.
So we can't even get the tool which speaks to the car. So we're back to plan A.
These videos
Try and
are
find
so
this
good,
pyro
bro.
fuse.
There's so
We
many,
found
like,
in the footwell
it's a
of the
story.
car. Ooh, the battery.
There is a battery there.
This looks like the regular 12-volt battery in a normal car. And if there's going to be a pyro fuse,
It's gonna
it'll
be
be
around
around
there.
here. There was even a fuse labeled with this little tag here, which has got something to do with the electrical system, I'm sure. So first step was to get the battery out.
Take the motherfucking battery out.
That's literally what you see in like Toys R Us.
Like the quad bikes and stuff.
Quad bikes and that, yeah. There's going to be a pyro fuse. It's going to be in there. So I got to work at taking this box apart to see if there's a pyro fuse cutting the power to the starter motor in there. Oh, nothing on there. They're just main fuses for the car. Yeah.
So you gotta follow the lines to.
Oscillator switch.
That sounds positive.
Do you think it's that one?
Oh, it could be that. Yeah, maybe.
In the manual you get with the car, it mentioned this label fuse here is for the high voltage system. And there's potential that this fuse is broken.
So if you take it out, you look at it and make sure.
Test it. Fuse is good. So we've tried literally everything. There doesn't seem to be a pyro fuse cutting power to the starter motor. The fuse which cuts power
It is
to
like
the
a
high
brand new
voltage
car,
system
though,
is
so-
good. And I went through checking all of the other fuses.
Nah, I
which
miss
all
Blockbuster
seem well as
OD.
well. So we still can't find the reason why this car won't start.
We can test to see whether that there's a continuity between the top of that onto the starter motor without energising the starter. We'll put a jump lead on the starter motor, bring it out here, and then you can do a continuity test.
Yeah, but we've got to get to the starter motor first, haven't we?
Oh yeah, you gotta find the starter.
Mm-hmm.
And does it have one?
Oh, it's bound to have one, otherwise it
Doesn't the
won't start.
hybrid motor start it?
How does that work? Yo, there's so many things I don't know,
Big
bro.
robot,
Yeah.
and you only had one leg and two arms.
Can I sell the Type R? Because that's like 50K, ain't it?
Well, that's what like this, isn't it? It's only got three
Try my
wheels.
best.
Yeah.
Do you know if you rang Lamborghini and said, why is it not starting?
And show him a picture of it.
Yeah. Yeah, do you think they'll say because it's got one leg and two arms?
Good afternoon, Lamborghini Birmingham, Olivia speaking. How can I help?
At the minute, it doesn't seem to want to do anything. Like when I
70K,
I press the start
jeez.
button, it doesn't do anything at the minute.
Is the key fob battery open in the car at all?
Yeah, that opens the car.
So that's opening all okay. And you say you're getting lights on the dashboard but no engine.
Yeah. Will the car start if the hybrid battery
It is fun, Ash.
low?
It should still start, I believe. I need really to speak to the workshop controller, and if it is at half full, is there any chance I can give you a call? He's back in at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Can I give you a call in the morning?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, yeah.
You're right.
Yo, it's Matt.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man. Do you know when your Revuelto wouldn't start?
Yes.
Was it because the hybrid battery was flat, or can you start it without?
Hold on, wait. My fault, chat. I gotta send a text message out real quick. then there's one more. 1 second, chat. My fault. My fault. You talking about radio to be back. Wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really missing. Okay. My fault, chat. Gabe is a YN, that's a fact. Gabe is a YN. He's a YN.
With the hybrid battery being...
He's an ON.
If the hybrid battery's flat,
Yeah.
it doesn't make no difference because it'll just go straight onto just onto petrol.
Can you start it up and it just go boom when you hear all 12 cylinders fire? It never... Because I didn't know whether it just starts up in electric mode all the time.
No, you can go straight to hybrid, straight to petrol. Do you know that the twirly one?
Yeah.
If you just twist that across, it should start straight into petrol.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Mo, before you
switch
type
to
that,
one.
I just want to know the ideology behind that because my car isn't wrecked. And by saying that, you're saying that you want to see my car wrecked. So I just want to know what you mean by that. Like, why would you say that? What was the purpose? Why? Just got my sweatshirt a few days ago. Shit's fire. Feels super comfortable. 10 out of 10, not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Exclamation mark merch in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Exclamation mark merch in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for copping up. It's nice, right? I actually really do like the design. I'm very proud of it. It's really dope. Yes. I love it. Gabe is a YN, though. Gabe is a YN. Unrealistic vid idea. Cool kid gets play. All right. You glazing. You on my ding-a-ling.
Okay, so we've got the regular 12-volt battery on charge now because that was pretty low on power. And whilst that charges
Wait,
up...
hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Cool.
Up, and whilst we
My
wait for
fault.
Lamborghini to call us back, we're starting to strip off more parts to see if it'll give us any more clues on why this car won't start. There's nothing.
By the way, cool kid gets play. I just wanted to say something. Actually, never mind.
There is a. The also worrying thing, this is all carbon fibre down here. And look at that. Perish.
What the fuck? Oh.
Front subframe has taken one for the team. Thing is, because there's been literally no other crash damage Revueltos,
There's
not
no,
even
like,
Lamborghini are
guideline.
gonna know how this car reacts in an accident. Because again, every accident's different. So it's down
That's
to us to
crazy.
try and figure this out. And again, there's no workshop manuals online about this car, and there's a very slim chance that Lamborghini are going to give us any repair procedures, because as we already covered, they don't really want DIYers working on the car. But the more we stripped, the more damage we found.
This is crazy.
Oh wow, I think we found why we crashed. It's done 1,000 miles.
Sideways.
It's done 1,000 miles, and that's what the tyre looks like.
Why
the
does it-
tyre was not the healthiest.
That shit was cooked.
Run that engine in properly, have they?
But the good news, on the right hand side of the car, all the suspension and the brakes looked all okay. I started stripping apart the car even further. My aim was to try and get the whole back engine cover off. Then that should expose everything around the engine of the car.
This is so
Hopefully
crazy.
finding the reason why this car won't start. Right, are we any closer to a pyrofuse? But we weren't any closer. Our only option now was to try
Yo, bro,
and
with
find
1,600 miles, why do the tires look cooked? My days.
to see if we could manually turn the car over ourselves. And on the Revuelto, the gearbox is at the back of the car, which means we've got to take off more parts from it, including the entire exhaust system. Oh,
This shit got mad aluminum foil.
exhaust on that. Titanium exhaust on that. You can just see it.
Ah.
Look at that mental thing.
Aftermarket exhaust and that.
That would have absolutely howled.
I found you.
This shit probably sounded crazy, bro. I need a Revuelto, chat. It had 1,600
That
miles.
was right. It seems what Lamborghini gained in weight by putting in the hybrid system, they tried to lose with other things, like the starter motor and the reverse gear. Now, it's electric which does that. It seems that the hybrid motor actually starts the car, which would mean we'd have to have charge in the hybrid battery to be able to start it.
Yes.
Which I think we had. So I've left the battery on charge,
So the-
and we are at, what we at? 12.5 volts, which should be enough with a jumper pack to get the Revuelto started.
This
I
is-
think.
wow.
No, this is the 12 volt battery. which does all the
Thing is, the car isn't rear-wheel drive. I mean,
I assume even if this is flat, neither of it will work. So now that I've got this charged up, I'm popping this back in place and give it another go at starting it. It might work, it might not work, but it's worth a try. Okay, we're gonna just try it. Ready? But still
nothing.
nothing.
No? Are you pressing it?
Yeah.
Bro, these are so dramatic and like hard, like it pulls at my strings,
the more
bro.
time we waste on
Is
trying
he
to
gonna get it
start
started?
the less time we have to fix it. But the craziest thing about all of this, if you guys went on my Instagram and scrolled
That's
all
so
the way
fire,
to
though. That
post
car
from
is so fire.
2015, you'd see this one. A photo I took of an Aventador in the restaurant car park of where I used to work, and I captioned it, "Had a visit from my future car at work today."
That's
and now,
fire.
I've not only bought the successor of the Aventador, I've got to try and fix it. What a journey.
Wow.
If you want to join the journey, now's a great time to subscribe.
He's yo. You gotta give credit where credit is due, bro. He's a great YouTuber, bro. He's a great like storyteller. Like this would be a great show. He should get his own show. This is crazy.
Solve the starting issue. So what we're going to do as well is another thing that might be stopping it is all these airbags being deployed. And because the car's recognised airbags deployed, it might not start. So these are really hard to get hold of from Lamborghini. We don't even think you can buy them unless you're a Lamborghini registered dealer. So
That's crazy.
we've heard that the airbag team can reset these, and as long as they're not cut.
Shout out to Blake for the goddamn 3 Mizzies.
Which we should be okay. If we can get these off and send them away, we should be good. So that's our next step. We're going to take these off. I've also got to get a seat one repaired as well, and the driver's steering wheel.
Wait,
airbag.
damn, that shit
Gotta
comes
get
from the. Damn, so that shit hit you like right here, and it go poof, and it makes sure you stay in the like. I'm sorry.
one repaired as well, and the driver's steering wheel airbag as well. That's it now. Let's get to it. We might as well make a start, and a good start will be getting all the deployed airbags
this is
out
like
of the car. Starting off with the seat, 2 bolts to the front, 2 bolts.
I would love to take apart a car like completely, but I just wouldn't know how to put it back together.
There's a few
Or if I did, I'd
connections.
forget some screws or some
Disconnect
shit.
them, and out comes the
British
seat.
people are so cool. I wish they were real. What are you talking about, bro? Like when you said that, I'd be worried. Like I'd be confused as to why y'all be saying the things that y'all be saying. Why did you just say that? What does that mean? Like what were you thinking about? Like what? When you typed it and you press enter, you proofread it. Why did you click enter? Like what? He said, "I wish they were real." What like? That's what the fuck?
One seat out. I think these are the comfort seats. Yeah, I think we'll be able to buy an airbag there and then have this seat fit, re-stitched. I think we'll go for the same red. I quite like the red. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? One step.
You basically, if you buy a crash car, you could basically spec out your own car because he's about to. He could have changed the interior color if he wanted to.
Stripping out the
That's
interior.
crazy.
I've got to strip most of it out. So
I wish Cool Kid was real. Nah, I'm a figment of your imagination. You're actually schizophrenic for looking at your phone or your TV right now. It's weird.
Once been deployed, they can actually be fixed and reset. You just have to send them away to do so. As it seems pretty difficult to get airbags from Lamborghini itself. There's a few
This is
bolts
so
holding it
dope.
in, and finally the curtain airbag's out. There we go! And that is one curtain airbag out. Another job we always need to do is either replace the seat belts or get them fixed. The explosive normally goes off in the belt, which retracts the
Which
driver
makes
or
you have to
passenger
get a
back in
new
the
one.
seat to make sure they're in a
I'm gonna
safe
start watching
place
these,
in
bro.
the airbag
I'm about to start watching these, bro.
Yes!
Just cut and roll them. Easy fix. What you talking about?
Of the interior stripped. Onto the
The
next
airbags?
step, the steering wheel airbag. We want to get this
Privy,
out. We can't
I
reset
need
this.
you to
Broken the
text
lever,
me.
broken the lever.
Well, I don't know if Gabe
We have
told
to
you.
work out trying
I
to
just
find
ask Gabe.
where
Ask
these
Gabe.
from, because it seems like we can't actually order airbags from Lamborghini. Normally,
Lamborghini.
there's a
Normally.
little hole on the side. What I ended up having to do is remove the carbon cowling from the back of the steering wheel to access a hole where I pushed my screwdriver in to release the airbag.
Damn, bitch! Why did this shit be scaring me?
Slightly perished.
Texted him. All right, bet.
That was very odd. Look at that. That's the steering wheel airbag out, curtain airbags, seat belts. All
Well,
ready
you can
to
send it
be
to me,
reset
Privy.
or
Send it to my
replaced.
phone.
Okay, airbags being sent away. Still no start up, but we're trying to assess the damage of this.
Already looks 10 times better.
Tub. Now I think what looks like this broken carbon fibre here, which I took a gamble on this, I think this is just the front subframe. So if we can get to it and just see how bad it is, if there's any more damage underneath, the best way of doing that, I think, is getting it in the ramp and just stripping it down even further. There's loads of damaged parts we need to get off. Like, there's not even a drive shaft in here, there's no wheel, there's suspension's damaged. So I think we've really got to have a full session of stripping this car apart and learning what's broken,
Thank you, Privy.
what isn't broken, what works where, what goes where, what is this, what I don't even know half of this stuff, what's on it. It's mental. But we're gonna give it a go. Let's get it in the ramp first and let's have a look underneath. I don't know why we didn't do this before, but one thing we haven't checked is underneath the car, where of course that huge battery is. And it's pretty stupid of us not to check there first. If there was damage to this battery, we're playing with fire, literally. All the battery is here. So this is a full massive battery from front to back, and that is gonna weigh a lot.
So, damn.
There's nothing else much under it, really, is there? This damage here to this carbon subframe, I don't think we can repair that because there's a lot of stuff which bolts to it and it's just going to weaken it. I think we're going to have to replace it. On a new one of these. It's fully perished. Look
so is it?
Yeah, that's bad.
I think we're going to need to get that off, and I'm hoping it does.
But like, how do you just know that? I guess experience, but like he just knows it.
Continue taking off more broken parts to hopefully access that front subframe, hoping that it separates from the monocoque of the car. Now on this left side, it's completely ripped off everything. The wheel, the suspension, the anti-roll bar drop links, the brake disc, the brake caliper, everything is gone. So all I'm doing now is unbolting.
But at least it's just the left side, right? Like the front, the right is fine.
My dad's undoing the arch lining so we can start taking off the front bumper.
This is so cool.
The issue was, though, is what lied behind this bumper, which sort of brought a little shock.
You got it from experience. You literally have to like just dig in and learn.
Yes! Oh my god, it weighs loads just on this left-hand side. Wow, okay. This front frame bit.
Is that forged carbon or is that just dirt? It's forged. No, it's dirt.
Oh, that's a bad day, isn't it?
It's not looking good.
No, it's forged.
Oh my god, it's cracked up here as well.
Damn.
I've had a look how much this is. £10,000 plus VAT from Lamborghini.
Jeez.
Oh, it's not a good day though, that is it? All carbon fibre. But I did get the car for a good price.
How much you get it for? Tell me. I'll buy it from you.
For now,
please.
We've got more broken parts to get off.
Oh my
damn.
Oh my days.
Because you don't learn all this from school, you have to learn from experience. Facts. That's a fact.
And I have no idea.
Gabe is one of the most mechanically inclined people I know, and he learned from experience. Like he learned from doing it.
This part of the frame isn't repairable. There's cracks.
He never went to like school for it.
So to start with, it's £10,000 for one of them. Then it's this front subframe, which I'm going to start trying to take off now. Now I actually know how this car got into an accident, which we'll get onto. But a good place to start on finding out the car's history is with Car Vertical. And some of the eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed something.
Great plug. He plugs things in so well, bro.
You can see that this car comes back as white. But clearly the car's sat in black. Well, this is actually a wrap. You might have seen when I've opened the doors, some of the nuts and bolts are white. So maybe we'll go back to that colour when we repair it. I can also see on the report that it's only had...
Wait, what?
Go back wrap. You might have seen when it was white. But clearly,
it's white, okay.
Sat in black. Well, this is actually a wrap. You might have seen when I've opened the doors.
Working on port. See, that's what I'm saying.
Bolts are white. So maybe we'll go back to that colour when we repair it. I can also see on the report that it's
white with the red is crazy.
One owner. No surprise there. And I do know who that was. Oh. Another cool thing about Car Vertical is that if you were checking a car out and it had been in an accident, sometimes it'll even show you the photos of when the car was auctioned off at the car crash auction site. So it looks like we can't get this off without touching these orange wires. And we've been told as soon as we touch these orange wires and unplug them, it does like a safety kind of close down. And to reactivate it all, it needs the Lamborghini software, but it doesn't look like we've tried so long to try and avoid this, and now it's just getting
to the point
we're gonna have to do it.
Damn.
Put your rubber gloves on. This subframe wasn't coming off any other way. We had to touch the hybrid system.
Damn. That's not funny, bro. Yo, bro.
And it's a good job we did, because we actually found
he doesn't have gloves on.
More surprises for me. But you can avoid surprises with Car Vertical, because you'll even be able to see whether the car you're checking out has had any mileage discrepancies or it's ever been stolen, which is handy to know. So before you buy a car, check it out using Car Vertical, or check your own car out with the link in the description box below and use code MATT for discount on that check. Right, let's continue getting this subframe off. This is never going back together. This is never going back together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you take this apart, look at how this just looks like a mess. Like it just, how do?
Oh my days.
I'm gonna learn one day, bro.
It's finally off. Next time anyone crashes,
He guessed correctly that it was a subframe.
Subframe, because that was 2 days. 2 days to try and figure out how that come off. It's going to be about 8 days to try and put another one back on. That is well and truly perished.
That's so much time,
good job
bro.
We've done this because we've noticed even more damage.
Damn.
Look at this huge electric motor back here. Pipes going to it which are dented. Oh my days. Here
Oh my days, that's my new favorite shit to say.
Destroyed front subframe. At least we know it comes off the monocoque now.
All right, so I think I can't even begin to tell you what I'm looking at. Obviously, it's a subframe, right? And subframes for cars are different. It's different. But what are these like cooling not lines, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like this looks like it goes to a radiator, you know, or like a, you know, and then like I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. All these random ass little. This is crazy. That's crazy.
But this thing isn't cheap. In fact, the price shocked me. $55,000.
Whew. Whew. For a front subframe, bro. Cause I wonder if when you buy it, it does come with all of the, like, everything that, wow. Wow. And that just puts it into perspective. Some people have money like that to just play with. Like, that's $1 to somebody. Like, whew. You could buy a crazy office chair. You talk about chairs. You could put a down payment on a house.
£1,000
Shit.
plus VAT. On top of that, it's the other parts, which we're just kind of figuring out. This is the front differential. So this is what gives the wheels at the front drive. And the craziest thing that I couldn't understand is normally you have a prop shaft running from the gearbox at the back all the way to the...
I can explain that. You don't have a drive shaft connected to the front. You don't have it because in the front, the electric motors control the front two wheels. The rear is controlled by the motor. Watch.
The front, or Americans call it a drive shaft, which spins from the engine power to there. But this doesn't have anything. Look, under here, look, there's no gap, there's nothing. This front differential is purely powered by electric only.
See? I know what I'm talking about sometimes a little bit.
Crazy, but
Shout out
also
to Sticky for the goddamn get this is good shit. Appreciate you.
clever. And apparently, this front differential is also your reverse gear. All it does to go in reverse is go backwards, and it doesn't use actually any of the engine power to go backwards. And you've got one of these on the front and also one on the back, and I think they're like 160 odd horsepower each or something like that. And with power and energy comes heat, and that explains all the cooling system on the front. Issue is we're missing a lot of radiators on the left hand side of the car, so it's not even safe for us to try and charge the hybrid battery without that cooling system being intact.
A chalkboard.
The Lamborghini Revuelto. Now, these cars at the minute, second hand, used, are worth
700,
upwards of
600.
£500,000.
600.
I got my Lamborghini Revuelto for
300. Wait, 250. 282.
£230,000.
That's not bad. Oh, that's not bad. But you already have to spend 50 on the what was it? 50 on the subframe and 10 on the, I forget what else it was.
Than half price what this car originally would have cost, which I think is, well, so far ain't a bad deal at all. The problem lies with the parts. This is what £90,000 worth of parts look like for a Lamborghini Revuelto.
90,000.
And it's not looking great because we need a lot more than this.
Oh, hell no.
I've created a whole other list of the bits and bobs that we need just to finish off.
I love the
this
organization.
front end. That's without the bumper or any body panels, just the structural parts and all the suspension and everything, and it's come to an additional £20,000 and 32p. So this isn't going to be cheap.
Alberta. Is it Albert@gov or is it Alberta? Either way, you're absolutely correct, because even just with my experience, my little bit of experience, I can identify certain things. So if I was this whole time like wrenching on cars, I would be brilliant, but I just wasn't, you know, kind of like sometimes, you know.
Easy. But one thing I worry about the Revuelto, even though it's not completely electric, most electric cars' value plummet to the ground. And I think it's because the technology advances so much. Some people in future may want an old Ferrari or an old Lamborghini to drive on the weekends for nostalgia, which increases the value of those cars. But you don't
16
use
million.
an old iPhone on the weekend for nostalgia.
Yes.
So the quicker I can get this Revuelto repaired, the better. But then there's other issues as well. Now, what's not included on that parts list, and which we've run into a little problem with, is this battery here. So you can see they have little plastic exits with the coolant hoses on the top there, and that one's snapped. Now, they don't actually sell these bits separately. You have to buy the whole battery, which is around £8,000. And I'm not buying a battery for £8,000 just for the plastic connector in there. So I don't want to risk fixing that, because the cooling of the battery is so vital, and if it overheats, we could lose the front differential, the rear differential, the battery could catch fire, it could be a big problem. So we need to somehow, or hopefully someone's watching will know,
super glue that bitch.
We could 3D print that, or
I'm not gonna say that.
maybe try and get one off another car, a scrap battery, I don't know. It's the most simplest things, but they won't sell it separately. It comes on the battery.
Fucking flashbang.
So how did the Revuelto
My bad.
end up like this in the first place?
Tell me.
Well, it used to belong to this guy.
What?
Oh,
I thought it was Michael Shoeblocker's car.
First place. Well, it used to belong to this guy, Johnny. Now, Johnny buys these cars to raffle off, and it all went wrong on the day before the raffle of the Revuelto.
Oh, shit.
The car was going to go to a winner the next day, so Johnny needed to
He raffled off a Revuelto? What kind of money do you have? Can I meet you? Can we make money together? Shit. Damn.
Revuelto ASAP, and the only person he knew to get rid of this one and to get some cash quick was to come to me. And of course, I can't say no to a crash damage, less than half price Revuelto. And that's when he sold it to me.
That's insane.
Before you go, there's a new drop available on the Hard Work Beats Talent shop website. The new hoodie here, you can see here.
I actually like
that.
that. That's
here.
all right.
Thanks so much for watching
I
this
like
video.
that.
If you've enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Hit
Yo,
that button.
W video. W video.
Peace out.
Shout out. Wow.
If we'd done this to a car, we'd get called bodgers, but look at that. Whacked a bolt in it and a clamp. They're gonna say, someone's gonna say that's there for a reason, and oh, it's a bleed screw.
Well, that's what we normally put in then.
Yeah.
Some good words. I like it. I like it. I like it. Did he finish the build? I don't know. I think it just started. This was 9 days ago, and I imagine he needs time to, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Damn, he cooks on YouTube, bro. Oh my days. Wow. Wow. I want to cook like this on YouTube, bro. Check his second channel. It should be here, right? MK2. 2 weeks. 2 days ago, fixing my flooded GT3 RS before Porsche inspect. Even this channel cook. Yo,